Hey guys, it's Kaylee and this is Simply Me. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently. I've been doing a lot of sort of funny, but I was thinking maybe you guys would want to know some things about the person that you've been watching. A lot of you know me personally, but a lot of you don't. And so I figured I'd do a My Firsts tag. So we're going to start with the first one. And the first one is, what was your first tweet? My first YouTube vlog is 48% uploaded. Thank you to Shay Carl, Buck Hollywood, Jenna Marbles, and Fred Figglehorn for your inspiration. I was sort of at the time just starting YouTube. I didn't know really what I was going for or what I wanted to do, so I was researching a lot of the bigger YouTubers, and so I was just thinking those people who I got some ideas from, who I learned from. What was your first YouTube video? I will post it right here. I called it YouTube version first time vlogging. Sort of a test video, kind of almost, where it was your first one, you don't know how it's gonna go. I even taped it in the wrong format. I did it vertically instead of horizontally, so it looked horrible, and it was pretty bad. The next question is the first person who you subscribed to on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure the first person I subscribed to on YouTube was the Shaytards. They are freaking hilarious. First Facebook profile pic is this. Yeah, I was hot when I was like 17. Next question. Do you still talk to your first love? No, I don't. I don't know that things really ended badly, but we just don't talk. We have talked since we broke up, but not in years. My first alcoholic drink was a can of Budweiser, actually several several cans of Budweiser. Next question. What was your first job? I was your biggest Dunkin' Donuts connoisseur. I have done everything from make the coffee to stuffing and filling and frosting and sprinkling the donuts. My first car was a 2-door gold Hyundai Accent. It worked until it crashed and died. To no fault of my own, I'll have you, but it's dead. Who is the first person you thought of this morning? Well, let me tell you how that went. I went like this, and Robert was there, staring at me. Where did you go on your first airplane? I moved from Oklahoma to New Jersey with my dad, and I remember still today when I got off of that airplane with my brother. My dad was standing there in these blue and white Dallas Cowboys circa 1980s, almost tie-dyed pants, and I will never forget those pants. I used to wear them all the time. They kind of look like this. So yeah, that was my first airplane ride. It's all I remember. The first thing I did this morning, it's so fun. The way we wake our daughter up is we stare at her and we go, psst. And we'll do it over and over until she wakes up, and she'll just go. It's really sweet. So that's the first thing I did this morning was psst. What's the first concert you ever went to? Well, I am ashamed to admit that I have never actually been to a concert. I am 20-something years old, and I have yet to go to a real concert, which is so sad. The first broken bone. I have only broken toes. I broke a toe when I crashed my car. I didn't crash my car. It wasn't my fault, but that's when I broke my toe. My first piercing was probably my ears, but a lot of people would say that. I did have my nose pierced for a while. It fell out, and I just never got it redone. First foreign country you've gone to? I went to Mexico with my family I think I was 13, maybe 12. It was fun. First movie is The Lion King. I remember being in theaters. That's the first movie I ever remember seeing. When was your first detention? My first and only detention was when in high school we were trying to save our teacher, Mrs. Capel, from being fired. We were gonna do a friendly protest, and the school actually allowed the protest. We were outside holding signs, but my parents wouldn't sign my permission slip, so I did it anyway. It was like one of my only acts of deviance. And so I got detention because I didn't have a signed slip. Who was my first roommate? I would have to say, excluding college because I lived in a fire station, my first roommate was Justin D. We lived in a little town in Maine in an apartment. Yeah. If I had one wish, what would it be? My wish would be that I could be secure enough that financially and mentally secure enough that when my daughter gets older, that I will have trained her to be a strong woman and that she can take care of herself, but also, you know, be able to help her go to college and, you know, enforce how important an education is and be able to help her with that. The first sport I was ever involved in, you guys probably aren't even gonna believe me, but I was a cheerleader and I have proof. Here it is. What is the first thing I do when I get home? Probably check my YouTube. I'm always checking on you guys. I want to see if you're commenting, you know, if you're watching, if you like what you see. I'm constantly checking my YouTube and my Twitter. So that's a lot of times the first thing I do when I get home. Now, if I'm just getting home and my daughter wasn't with me, of course, the first thing I'm going to do is give my daughter a hug and a kiss because she's the most important thing. When was my first kiss? I'm sorry, Daddy. I was 9, I think. The guy's name was Doug. At a duck pond that we lived near in New Jersey. Well, I hope you guys learned something about me today. That was the goal. I'm sorry if it was a little bit boring, but I just wanted you guys to know a little bit about me. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Also, you can click here to subscribe, or you can push that little red button below. And I don't think I'm going to have enough time for shout outs and tip of the week on this video, but I'm going to try to do another video this week, something a little less boring, and you guys have a good weekend. Thank you for watching me. Have a good day. Bye. I did it up and down instead of vertical.